Hey, everybody. Yeah. Hey, everybody. Just getting on. Hope everybody is doing well. If you can take a moment, like this video, share this video. Got a special guest that I'm going to bring on in here. And so I'm excited to introduce to some. And should be a good time. But if you are in here, please tag them. Tag a man, tag a father, tag somebody to get in this video. I'm going to be inviting some people in here, but wanted to get my brother Ruben West. And I see he's coming on through, y'all. He's coming on through. Let's see. There he is, my brother.
What's going on? Can you hear me?
How you doing? Can you hear me?
Oh yeah, I can hear you.
I got you.
I'm just setting this up. I was upstairs knocking out, checking out this football game, but I was excited because I knew you were going to be reaching out to me. And so I was just hyped because I knew we were about to come down and get a chance to talk together. So let me tell you, if you're out there right now, do me a favor, go invite somebody to this call. You owe it to yourself. I remember watching a movie not too long ago. It was several years ago, but it was not too long ago when I watched it again. And that movie was I think it was called The Sixth Sense. And they said that there's the extrasensory perception that some people get. It's a sixth sense. I call it rapid intelligence. We've lived a long time. Yeah. And so we know when something's about to happen. And it's about to happen not only on this call, but on this conference that we're about to talk about. So do yourself a favor, pay it forward, invite somebody to this call. Invite a man, a woman, a friend, somebody to this call, because I guarantee you we're going to say something that's going to be impactful because we're on a mission to change lives. How's it going, Kenston?
Man, I'm going, man, it's a good day. It's a good day. Like you said, you was just watching football. I seen the Patriots just scored a touchdown. So yeah. It's crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy. And the Jaguars didn't give up. They're fighting back. And here's the thing. Yeah. I think that's really life. I think life is always going to be back and forth, but it's not really whether you win or lose. It's whether you fight to the end. Some people lose because they give up. But there's those people like Tom Brady. It doesn't matter if he's ever down. It's the last second. He doesn't care. What he's going to do is fight till the end. And I think that's exactly what we have to do in our personal lives, is find a way to fight till the end. So I think we could even take lessons from that game. Now, I'm going to tell you, I'm a Steelers fan, so I hope he doesn't win. But it is what it is. I can't control that right now. I can just put my little 2 cents in there.
Now, hold on. The Steelers are out, right?
Yeah, they're out. I'm protecting the 6 Super Bowls right now. We're the only team in the history of the National Football League to win 6 Super Bowls, and Tom Brady has 5, the Cowboys has 5, the San Francisco 49ers have 5, so I don't ever want any of them to win. So, Listen. And the Dallas Cowboys, I'd never want them to win. So, that's my little 2 cents.
That's what's up, man. Well, I'm excited to bring you on today.
Absolutely.
For those who do not know this great man, Ruben West, this guy is I call him Superman because he has done so much great work within the community, but also in the business world. And I just wanted to take this time to invite another one of our Empower You speakers that's going to be at our Men's Empower You conference. If you have not got your ticket yet, you need to do so right now. Because Ruben is going to bless your life, but there's 4 other dynamic speakers who will be with him. That this is a super team, like this is a power team that is going to rock the city of Columbus. But I think it's going to stretch out further than the city of Columbus. It's going to go further than that, where men are going to be truly transformed.
I agree.
To be men of character, integrity, purpose, and and we're all going to benefit from it.
Yeah. Hey, let me tell you, Kenston,
So
you know, there's a lot of times I'm
please,
invited to speak. There's a lot of
yeah,
times I'm invited to speak, and I can't wait to go speak. And I'm going to be honest, at your event, I can't wait to go speak. But you know what? I can't wait to hear the other
see,
speakers. I can't wait to hear them take the stage. I've looked them up. I've watched them speak. Roland Manning from Dublin, Ohio. I mean, that's one of my partners. Just when he speaks with so much passion and enthusiasm and commitment to help change lives. I'm excited not only to be the speaker, but to take some notes. I got my paper and my pencil ready for all of the other speakers that's
see,
coming on this men's conference. So I'm hyped and excited. As you can see right now, I can't even
listen,
contain it right now.
listen.
And we got a little ways, but I'm still hyped.
But see, and see, that's going to be hard for me because I got to be the one to host it.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to be trying to pay attention and not pay attention because I want to get all the nuggets I can get.
Yeah.
So it's going to be phenomenal,
You
man.
know, let me tell you this. I just got back from a cruise. My wife and I was on a cruise. It was to Mexico, and we had a great time. But let me tell you what happened. Before we took off, they said before we
Hmm.
took off, we had to go through these safety drills. And one of the things that we had to do is we had to make sure we located our life vest. And then we had to know where to go to our muster station. And so there was directions on how to get to our muster station. And then they checked us in. And then they told us, here's what's going to happen in case of emergency. This is exactly what you do to, number one, help save your life. Number two, help someone else. They wanted us to know the exact steps, the exact equipment we needed, and exactly where we needed
Yeah,
to go. And the only reason I'm telling you this is because there's somebody listening right now that's thinking about
yeah,
attending this man's conference, and you're wondering, do I need to go? You're thinking to yourself, I'm not in a dire straits right now. I'm not in a difficult situation right now. Check this out. When they told us to go to our muster station, neither were we. We weren't in a difficult
yeah,
situation. We weren't worried about our lives, but you know what they wanted us to do? They wanted us to know what to do in case something happens. Now, I don't know about you, but I know that there's three types of problems in life. Number one, the ones you've been through. Number two, the ones you're going through. And number three, the ones that are waiting on you. And so if you haven't been through any right now, or if you're not in one right now, trust me on this, they are on the way. And so this conference is for those individuals who may be stuck right now, but it's also for those individuals who say, look, I'm not stuck right now, but I would like to have some strategies in my back pocket, just like they told y'all when they said to go to the muster station. I'd like to have some strategies in my back pocket just in case I hit an iceberg, just in case the ship tips sideways, just in case something
yeah.
happens. So I know exactly what to do when that happens. If you're thinking about whether you should come or not, and you say, maybe I shouldn't because I'm not in a difficult situation right now, what I'm going to say is come get your life jacket. Come get your lifeline.
Yeah.
Come get somebody who you can connect with if in case those difficult situations come. Because what I've found is they usually come. And you know what they come? It's like Murphy's Law said. Anything can go wrong will, and at the wrong time. So it'll probably come when you
Yeah.
least expect it, when you're not ready for it. But the good news is if you've taken the time to team up with some individuals that can help you with some strategies, or that can help you see things differently, or that can put you a little trick in the back pocket to keep up your sleeve, it'll be well worth it. And so if you
Well,
owe
well,
it to yourself to get to this conference, because we're going to be on fire.
man, see, man, I'm excited. I wish it was like
I
today.
know,
I mean,
right? We're ready for it to happen
it's
already.
got, listen, so tell me, Ruben, for my audience,
Mm-hmm.
who may not know you, some may know you, but some may not. Tell me a little bit about yourself, man.
Absolutely. So I live in Bloomington, Illinois. I'm originally from Topeka, Kansas. I was born and raised there. And to really complete my background, I have to tell you that my mother is an associate pastor. I have four uncles that are bishops. My grandfather was a pastor. I never wanted to preach, but I always wanted to speak to people about their greatness, about possibility, about what they could do and challenge what they thought was possible. But I'm not one of those people who just want to talk about it and have never done anything. One of the things
Yeah,
I could tell
yeah,
you growing up the way I grew up was I was always taught about faith. And they talked about you got to believe in stuff and you got to take these steps and you're not going to always know what's going to happen. And here's what I thought to myself one day. Why would God tell us about faith if we weren't going to have to use it? You know what I'm saying? Like as an adult, and
well,
like I have a son, he's Robinson. He's 6 years old. I have a daughter who's 19, a son who's 18. They're both in college. But I realized that all the things that I took the time to teach them were the things that I believed and I thought that they were going to need. I wouldn't waste my time
yeah,
teaching them things that they weren't going to need. And so I thought, why would they teach me about faith if I weren't going to have to use it? And so I remember being in the Gulf War, getting an idea. I was a surgical tech, passing instruments to the doctors. And one of the doctors said, Ruben, I want to teach you how to assist because it's not 9 to 5 at war. No problem, doc. I assisted, but I remember sitting on my cot that night thinking, man, I'd like to go back to Topeka, Kansas and start this profession. Now, everybody asked me, like, well, what made you think that? I don't know. I believe our ideas are our inheritance. Listen to that. Our ideas are our inheritance. T.D. Jakes said, we think in trees, but God blesses us in seeds. And so a lot of times he just gives us this idea. And here's what we do. We get the idea, but because we don't know how it's going to work, we don't do anything. And then 6 months, a year, 2 years later, we see that very same thing that somebody got the idea and they took action. Write this down. It's not what you think of, it's what you act on. And so here's what I know. If I get an idea, listen to this, Kenston, because this is hot. If I get an idea and I know how it's all going to work, that wasn't from God. Because he's not going to give you something that you know how to do it all. It's not going to happen. Why? Because he wants you to rely on him. So when I get the idea and I think, man, how am I going to do that? And how's that going to work? And how am I going to get the resources? I don't sit there thinking how. I just take action. Dr. King said faith is taking that first step when you can't see the whole staircase. So I just went into action. And listen, it took 10 years. Check this. 10 years, but I ran into 2 other individuals who had the same idea. And together we were able to not only get the profession going in the state of Kansas, but write the textbook, but write a curriculum, but have a patented suture and tying kit that sold internationally. Why? Because we were willing to take the step when we didn't know how it was going to work. I didn't do it once. I did it with my martial arts school. I didn't do it twice. I did it when I moved to Illinois. I've done it again and again and again and again. If you want to know who I am, I'm a person that's going to test faith every single time. Why? Because our ideas are our inheritance. And so I'm going to encourage people when I get there and I see you, that you got to step out there on those ideas. You got to take action. Why? Because somebody is on the other side of that action that you need to take. Not only is the idea for you, but it's also for the people that you're supposed to reach.
That's good. It's not only for you, but it's for the people you're supposed to reach.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Because here's the thing. When they say the greatest among you shall be your what? Your servant. Right? And so the idea that he gives you is to put you in a position to serve others. See, that's what a lot of people don't understand. They get this idea. Now, here, let me help you out with something. If you get an idea and you want to know, is this a multi-million idea? Is this a billion-dollar idea? Here's all I want you to ask yourself. Is it to just serve me or is it to just serve others? Because if it's just to serve you, I can already tell you that's not it. But if it's going to do something for other people, if it's going to get them excited, make them go after their dreams, if it's songs that they can listen to, if it's moves that they can do, if it's products or services that can help them get to the next level, then you have something that's literally transformational. What I loved about us starting out that surgical assistant program is it wasn't for us. We were already doing it. When we put it together, we were already doing it, but we said, you know what? There may be some other people who want to do this. And so we did it. What I loved about the martial arts school is I'd already studied martial arts. I was already a black belt before I started the school. I competed in the World Games in '93. I'd already done that. But I put the school together to serve others. And when I got the idea, I had no idea how it was going to work. People said, Ruben, you can't start a school in Topeka, Kansas. It's not big enough. There's all these other schools. There's other martial artists who started it. They tried. It didn't work for them. They had more money than you. They knew martial arts longer than you. It's not going to work. But here's the thing. Kenston, check this out. I didn't know how it was going to work. But the idea came to me. Now, the idea has to come from somewhere. I said our ideas are our inheritance. It had to come from somewhere. And so I had to step out on what? On faith.
Faith.
Right? I had to step out there, not knowing how it was going to work. And because I didn't know how it was going to work, that's why I thought the idea was for me. That's why I was like, wait a minute, I don't even know how this is going to work. People would ask me, Ruben, how are you going to do it? You know what I'd say? Why would you ask me that? I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I'm not supposed to know. What I'm supposed to do is follow instruction. What I'm supposed to do is move into action. And the reason a lot of people never manifest their greatness is because they're waiting around to get it right. They said, you don't have to get it right. You just have to get it going. I heard my friend, Dr. Stacy N.C. Grant, say, wait a minute. It's not about being perfect. It's about starting something that you can in turn perfect. And so I didn't try to get it perfect. I just started to get it going. And then after a while, we've had this school for 20 years now. We've been working to perfect it, but it started because we were willing to step out on faith. Watch out. Holla at your boy.
Fellas, man, y'all hear that, right? We just got to take that step. We don't see
Exactly.
everything. We don't have everything. It ain't got
Mm-mm.
to be perfect.
Mm-mm.
We just got to take a step forward.
Yep, that's it.
And man, all right, hold on. So I'm gonna read really quick what your topic is.
Mm-hmm.
This is what you'll be speaking about, and I just want to give people, again, whet their appetites. And so my brother Ruben, his topic that he'll be speaking on is from doubt to excellence, the pursuit of the integrous man. So instability in more ways than one breeds discontentment in every way. As as men of fortitude, we are mandated to live out our best lives, pursuing excellence even in the midst of our doubts and fears. Shifting our focus is necessary to understanding our roles and positions in our homes and community at large. How important is it for us to be integrous? And let's talk about it.
Yeah, it's very important. And when you think about this, a lot of times there's things that we just don't know.
Yeah.
See, that's why we got to come together. I'm going to tell you, I have a great friend of mine. His name is Kevin Wilson. He lives in Topeka, Kansas. We started the martial arts school together. Him and I and some other individuals started this surgical staffing company together. We started the surgical assistant company together. We started the surgical assistant school together. What I'm trying to tell you is I've been involved with these individuals for a long time. And check this out. This is just on the real. There was a time in my life where I lived with him and his wife. I had to live with him and his wife. He said, Ruben, if you need a place to stay, you can stay with us. Now, this is funny because at the time it really bothered me because as men, we want to have it all together. We don't have to rely on somebody else. As I look back, because here's the thing, life has to be lived forward, but understood backwards. As I look back
Wow.
now, I really believe that that was a necessary part of my life. You know why? Because I learned stuff. I mean, I just saw him do things that I'd never seen another man do. And I'm like, well, why would you do that? Like, I don't even understand that. Like, but I was learning, not from something
Yeah.
someone said, but seeing him in action. Check this out. When we started the martial arts school, it took us a year and a half we bought a building. It took us a year and a half to build it out the way we wanted it. Okay. His
Mm-hmm.
father would come and help us on the weekends. And check this out.
Wow.
His father said, now this just blew me away. Check this out. If you're listening, check this out. His father said, I need to talk to you guys. And we were like, okay. And so it was a Friday night. And I remember he brought us together. And he said, listen, I've got to work together. His father was a manager at Frito-Lay. He's retired now. He said, I've got to work tomorrow. And now check this out. As a manager working tomorrow on the weekend, they were going to pay him double or triple time. I don't remember which one. But he said, I've got to work tomorrow. And it really bothers me that I can't be here to help you guys. And I remember thinking, what did he just say? Like, wait a minute. He's going to come over and help us for free. We never paid him. He helped with hanging the ceiling and the plumbing and the electrical and the floors and everything. And he said, wait a minute. They have me coming to work. And I'm going to go in. And it bothers me that I can't be here to help you guys. But here's what I want to do. Let's go over there tonight. Let me show you what projects I want you guys working on. And then after I work all day, I'm going to come back over and either help you or check and see where you guys are at.
Wow.
Really? And see, like,
Wow.
in that moment, he was teaching me something. See, in that moment, I
Mm-hmm.
was learning. Check this out. I had went through a divorce. And my children's mother at the time, when we went through the divorce, she said, Ruben, you're not going to see your children again. And she wasn't being mean. She wasn't being disrespectful. That was her reality. When her parents got divorced, her father was out of the picture. He lived right there in town where we lived. I've never met him. My daughter is 19. My son is 18. They've never met him, right? So she was speaking out of her own reality. But what my friend's father told me is that if you just show up, right? He's like, look, I'm just going to come help you guys. I'm just going to, to the extent that I can, show up every single weekend. And I remember him being there. And there would be days I'd be working, and I would just look back over and like, he's working. Like, he's not going to own the school. He doesn't own the school. Like, he's working to help us. And so I get it. And it doesn't matter how old you are. Kids spell
Yeah.
love Time. Time.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
so with my children, I just said,
Yes.
look, I'm going to just do everything I can to put in the Time. I-M-E, so that they see that I-L-O-V-E, them. And it literally changed my life and theirs. And so how important is it to live with integrity, to decide what it is that you want to do and just go after it and stay the course? How important is it to surround yourself by men who can show you things not through words, but through actions?
Yeah.
It's unbelievably important. And so I've literally surrounded myself with a team of men. And for those of you who don't know about the Black Belt Speakers, I mean, it's just full of these men who are powerful, who are focused, who have integrity, who are literally on a mission to change lives. And that's why I decided to do this with you, because that's the exact kind of person that you are. And when you asked me, I knew I had to be a part of it. I knew it.
Man, I appreciate you, man. That's awesome. And man, if you are watching, that is so critical when we talk about, relieving yourself of any excuses as far as fatherhood.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta make time. Time is everything to a child, and time shows them that that's love, and it doesn't matter. It's just being consistent and following through.
Mm-hmm. That's it.
And if you're striving to be a great man of character and integrity, it starts with just being consistent.
Mm-hmm.
And listen, we're coming to this conference to give you those tools that you may have lost or may have forgotten about. We're just coming to relight that flame, so that way you can be the best man, father, husband, brother, teacher, mentor that you can be. Listen, we're all on this journey of manhood life.
Mm-hmm.
And it's going to take us working together, iron sharpening iron.
Yes.
It's not perfect, Ruben. Are you perfect?
Not at all. And I don't even have to be. And here's the thing. If I was, nobody would like me, and I wouldn't like anybody else, because we would always be judging each other. But what we are committed. And this is what I love.
Yes.
See, when I talked about these men that I associate with, men like Roland Manning, men like James Johnson, men like Brother Ghazi Hamza Muhammad, men like Mario from Flint, Michigan, that I just went over and met with. I mean, these guys and us collectively, we're going to change some people's lives in 2018. This is not something I think. I'm telling you what I know. When I put these men together, Von Jackson from Savannah, Georgia, and like all of these guys, Corey Briggs from Savannah, Georgia, Alvin from Detroit, Michigan. When I bring these men together, when we all work together, life-changing. Life-changing. Because what one of us doesn't have, the other one does. So the other one does. So here's how I want you to look at this conference.
Yeah.
If you got everything together, then the men of the conference need you. If you have some things that you need to work on, then you need to come and see what we do. But either way, you need to be at this conference, because this is going, they always start the football games. You hear them cheering, you hear them yelling, but you know how they start the game? With the kickoff. And this conference is going to be the kickoff. You can see, look, I'm hyped. I'm hyped. This is going to be the kickoff for us men changing lives this year. Promise you.
Listen, well, I'm not going to hold you with any more time, and I'm not going to hold everybody else. Listen, man, we'll put the link into the men's conference, the Eventbrite. Please do what you can to get there. Right now, it'll be $60 till the 31st of January. This is a top-notch conference, y'all, where you would usually be paying between $100 to $1,000 easily. And so you get 5 dynamic speakers, you get lunch and breakfast, and you get the fellowship and networking of great men that it's invaluable. I mean, it's going to be a lot, y'all. And if you're truly ready to do something greater, be there.
Come team up with us. Because that's exactly what we're going to do.
Yeah, because listen, I'm already empowered by you, Ruben, and Chris last week. So I can't wait to get rolling. I see Roland on here. I see Reggie, the other speakers,
I love it.
And Carlos. So everybody is amped and ready. All the speakers are ready to do a great work, and so I'm excited and thankful, so thankful for you joining us. And I'm ready to have a blast, guy.
Yeah,
I'm ready.
It's going to be off the chain. And for those of you who come, I'm looking forward to meeting you. I haven't even met all the other speakers. It doesn't matter. Trust me on this. I'm going to have my pen and paper, my notepad, my iPad, and everything I need to catch these nuggets and to create some new affiliations where we can go change lives together. So if you're out there and you're thinking about it, don't wait. Weight broke the scale. Take advantage of what he's offering you. It's not about the money. It's about the lives that we're going to change, and we're going to start with our own, because I'm looking to get some great information that's going to be impactful for me. So, Kenston, thank you for allowing me to be a part of to crash your Facebook Live video. Thanks for allowing me to do that. Other fellows, I appreciate you. And to everybody who took the time to watch, thank you for watching. If you're out there, please share the video, and so that somebody's life will be impacted by what we're saying today and what we're going to say at the conference. Tell them what's the date and time one more time and where they can get to.
Yeah, so the conference takes place March 17th, 2018. It will be at the J.H. Ross Community Center, and you can get your tickets on Eventbrite. If you just search Men of Follow Through Empower You Conference, it will be there, and we will put the link embedded in this Facebook Live. But yes, let's go, man.
And that's in Ohio. If you don't know, tell them, make sure they know it's in Ohio.
Oh, Columbus, Ohio. Yeah. Don't go to Illinois.
Yeah, make sure they know. Yeah.
Columbus, Ohio.
Yeah.
And listen, we're gonna have a great time. Thank you everyone who shared, liked, and loved this video, because we're transforming men, and when men are transformed and they're aligned with their purpose, y'all watch out.
Watch
out, because it's gonna be men on fire.
Yeah, indeed. I appreciate you, bro.
Take care. Appreciate you.
Thank you guys for sharing and enjoying.